Okay, so I ordered these Provo mirrors from someone on Facebook. If you want more information on ordering them, send me a message and I'll put you in contact with him. Basically, what these are is they're auto-dimming yellow convex mirrors. And what convex means is they have a nice bend in them. And what that does is it broadens your view of the things behind you. The yellow creates a better auto-dim, especially at nighttime. He has blue ones too, which I've read is good for daytime driving. So I went and installed this guy in the mirror. Normally these are supposed to lay on top of your existing mirror, meaning there's a mirror right here, your normal silver mirror, and then this guy sits and sticks right on top of it. My issue with that was sometimes it shows a gap. Let's see if I can get a picture of that. It'll have like a gap. And me being me, that wasn't okay. So I took the mirror out and I put this guy in. And it was able to fit in, but I went and flipped the auto dimming, or it's not auto dimming, but the dim switch, which all it does is literally pushes the mirror that way. Well, when I did that, lo and behold, had too much pressure on it already, and it snapped. I about cried. I said shit for the rest of the night. I was very mad, especially since the person I purchased these off of gave me a pretty fair warning and saying most people that try to do this, break them. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with that now. So I went and won't let the mirror get the best of me. So I ordered a nice new one. And then I slowly started installing it on the mirror. Set this back here. So, what did I find? First of all, because the convex mirror, it's got that bend in it. The mirror is normally used to it being a straight mirror. So I had to modify it to allow for a straight bend. So what I did was I cut about I'd say good 3 millimeters actually. Right here, right here, right here, and right there. I just took a nice 3 millimeters off of it. Let's see if I can get a good picture of what it looked like. It's not pretty. I haven't sanded it down yet. And then on the middle portion right here, I grinded down the edges to make sure that this plate was flush with these edges. I didn't want anything sticking up because you got a nice piece of foam here that sticks on the back, which actually it was sticking pretty good, obviously. So yeah, make sure that that's flush. Show you kind of how that action works. And then lastly, this is the most important part. Right here, these edges, they need to be shaved down, probably good 3 to 4 millimeters. See if I can kind of focus in on how much I cut off. Let's zoom in a little bit, see what happens. Ooh, okay. So, I mean, I shaved off a pretty good amount on both of those. Because that's really where the issue was. Back out. Because what was happening is it was nice and flush against here, and then when I pushed it out, it hit this edge right here, this flush edge, and it completely just pretty much, it was this in the mirror, it just went because the sides were a pivot point. So that's kind of the most important part right there. Now, once you get to this point, I was going to cut this little lever off, but I wasn't going to like how it was going to look without the lever, and then you're going to have a nice hole in it. It'll still work with the lever. What you're going to want to do is when you stick it in, you want to slide it up, and then you're going to want to just lay it down and make sure when you're pushing down for the sticker, do it all around. Light pressure. A little bit of pressure right here so you get those edges down, and then a little bit of pressure in here. And don't put too much pressure, trust me. And what that's going to do is it's going to flush mount it in there, but it's going to leave a gap, a little bit of a gap down here. But that's going to allow room for that lever to work. And that's going to be the best way to do it. It's still got a little bit of a, kind of looks a little, it's not really flush, but I'm happy with it because, I mean, you're not going to get very good when these edges are straight as is. They're not convex. If they were convex themselves, you could get it to work better, but mind you, mine's not glued in. So that's pretty much how it's going to look. If you have any questions, send me a message. I don't know how much help I'm going to be, but I learned the hard way, and I don't want anybody else to learn the hard way. Still upset. That was not a cool noise. It sounded like a bone breaking, and I cried from the pain. Alright, let me know.